Yeah, g'day. I'm Craig Savage. Boys all call me Savage, and the ladies just end up calling me a friend. To be honest, Craig's just a deeply unattractive name, isn't it? Like if there was a dictionary of seduction, there's fuck all words that sound anything like Craig in there. You know, Craig's like the paving stone of names. It's there, it's got a purpose. No one wants to have sex with it though, do they? It's a real disappointment because I think with the Savage bit on the end there, Mum and Dad had a pretty good foundation upon which to build. But what they've done is they've just come in and fucking Craiged all over it. So thanks for that, guys. It's a bit disappointing. And it's not like Craig even has a great meaning or anything like that, you know? Like some names are pretty cool, like Leo means lion, Sarah means princess, Lance means douchebag. Craig literally means stony hillside. And not like in like a resolute defiance kind of way or anything. Nah, more in like a, where are you going with that bag of shit? Oh, I'm going to chuck it on the Craig like we always do. But I can just imagine my mother, thinking about names and going, no, we'll call him Craig, so he becomes an accountant or something sensible. So she did, and I am. So well played, mother. There. Look, I've embraced that by now. I say embraced, I mean got to 30 and realised sex just was never going to play a big part of my life. So I've just embraced the accountancy there, just gone whole hog. Look, some of you may have heard that us accountants have a bit of a reputation of being a bit boring. Some of you may have heard this. It's a fair point, to be fair. But look, we're responsive to the people. We've been looking into it. We've been collecting data. We've been analysing it, doing a lot of shit with calculators to find out what we can do. And we've developed a lot of webinars, a lot of workshops. I was at a workshop the other week. A lot of real-life scenarios, like what, as an accountant, you could do if you ever had a friend, for example. I learned, it's still a bit theoretical because even the instructor's working from the book, obviously, but I think everybody learnt a lot. And I think, in our defence, we're at the stage now where some accountants are pretty much just like real people. So actually, there was a guy up in Auckland that was invited round to someone's house to watch the rugby last night. So, I think that speaks for itself. So growing up with a name like Craig and a face like this, I obviously had a fair bit of time on my hands. And I put those hands to good use, and I think I can say I've seen all the porn on the internet. Some of you blokes here will know what it is. You start off, you see a bit here, you see a bit there, but then you start to see the repeats. And it's just not interesting because you know the plot, there's no suspense. You know exactly what's going to happen. So you just start making a few notes here and there, and then fucking next thing you know, you've just got a proliferation of spreadsheets. You've invented a sticky decimal system to help you categorise things. You've got a taxonomy. Look, I've got to be honest with you, I'm at the stage now where the admin just sucks the fun right out of the whole exercise. Sometimes I get home from work and you're supposed to be looking for new... I just look at the spreadsheets. I'm an accountant, that works for me. But you do, when you're collecting the data, you notice there's a lot of patterns. There's a lot of food-based porn, obviously. There's the whipped cream, obviously. That's like a subcategory within food, obviously. You get quite detailed. The whipped cream, that's like the 80s action hero. Like, it's been fucking... Everyone's seen it. It doesn't surprise anybody now. There's a lot of pizza-based porn. And again, it took quite a long time to work out whether that should actually be classified under the food category or more sort of the transport and logistics department. But again, I'm not afraid of putting in the research, so I've determined that it appropriately belongs in the pizza category, and that's primarily because you just don't see a lot where they're delivering like a fridge. Or that $1 no reserve shit you bought on Trade Me last week when you were drunk. It's quite often the pizza, so that's its own category there. I was watching one the other day, and look, I'm not saying that these are all exactly what I'm after, but fuck it, you got to catch them all. There was one, and it was really focused on the pizza, I have to say, probably more than I would normally like. There was stuffed crusts everywhere, creamy sauces, and the sausages were being flung about with, quite frankly, wild abandon. But I was progressing through, as you do, nearly there, and then I just realised I was actually on the Domino's website ordering dinner. which was fairly embarrassing. Unsurprisingly, though, it still went on the fucking spreadsheet, didn't it? So, anyway, guys, thanks very much. I think I've got a pizza about to be delivered, so I'm out of here. Cheers.
Craig Savage and the Whare.
Probably more accountancy-based humour than you're expecting or possibly wanting. Like, if anyone here's a business person, they can write it off as a tax seminar. Like, it's kind of the niche I'm going for.
What do you love about being on stage?
It's just nice to hold yourself up to the light every now and again and see where the cracks are, I guess. I don't know. It's something a bit different. That was deep. That was deep. I don't know if I made that up, though. I probably stole that from somebody.
Sounds like
that sounds like a movie line.